Hey everyone, welcome back. What's up, guys? I hope you're doing good and taking good care of yourself. Well, monsoon has started and we are really enjoying. But I know it's quite hot in North India, so folks, you have to wait for some more time before the winter sets in to enjoy the weather. Today, when I was thinking of what topic to speak on, I just went down my memory lane and I started thinking about my childhood. And suddenly one thing struck me and I was quite surprised. You know what? The one thing which caught my attention was life without internet. Yes, I started thinking about my childhood, that how I used to study, how I used to pursue my hobby, what I used to do in my free time. And there was a vast difference between the two. Trust me on this. And all because of the internet. So guys, today I'm going to talk about how internet has changed our lives. I'm not sure if you have been in the age where there was no internet, we didn't had any internet facility. So if you were in that age and now if you can compare, that's well and good. If you don't know how life was before internet, then stay tuned and watch my video. On that note, guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm your communications coach and a soft skill trainer by profession, and I'm here to help you out with all your communications problems and to help you speak English fluently and confidently. And today I'm back with my conversation session wherein I take up a topic, any conversational topic, any day-to-day situation, any day-to-day event or anything of such sort, and speak on it, so that if you start practicing in this way, if you start practicing on these actual real life daily English conversation topics, it will be much easier for you to speak on any topic anywhere with anyone in English, for sure. So that is why I come up with these practice sessions wherein you can start practicing with me, you can speak with me, you can repeat after me, you can shadow with me, you can take my idea and speak on that topic, or you can have your own ideas and you can speak on the topic. You can do n number of things, guys. You can do it in multiple ways, and it is really going to help you a lot in your speaking practice. You don't have to think about the topic, you don't have to think about what you have to say on it, you don't have to prepare for it. It's just that you have to speak on it, because these are very basic day-to-day everyday topics, and these topics are very much which has happened to us or we experience every single day. So it will not be difficult for us to speak on it. So guys, if you want to watch more of such sessions, do subscribe my channel, press the notification icon, give me a thumbs up, share my videos, and do write your comments in the comment section. So today I'm going to talk about how internet has changed our lives. So I just told you that I went into my childhood memories, right? I started thinking of how my life was when there was no internet, how I used to study, how I used to practice English speaking, how I used to pursue my hobby, how I used to stay ahead of the competition, what I used to do during my free time. And I was shocked and surprised at the same time. Trust me on this, guys. My childhood was really unique. And every childhood is unique, of course. And without internet, of course, it was more unique. Because the first thing was, we were never bored. We never got bored. We had n number of things to do. I don't know why. We were so engaged in everything. We used to play a lot. We used to study, give time to studies also. And we used to enjoy our studies as well. We used to do group discussions. We used to sit and study together. We used to play together. We used to play alone as well. We never got bored. We never thought of what to do now. And coming to studies, we used to study our textbooks. And apart from that, for general knowledge, we used to watch news. So these two were the sources of our information or knowledge, and nothing more than that. Apart from that, we used to read a lot of books. I personally used to read a lot of books. During my summer vacation, I still remember the newspaper wala used to come to our place, and I used to tell him specifically that these 2-3 books, I used to write down the names, and I used to tell him that you have to get those books for me. And he used to bring those books for me during my summer vacation, and I used to read those books. One was in English, one was in Hindi. So I used to prefer both the languages. So one book I used to get in English, the other one I used to get in Hindi. So I used to read both the books, storybook, novel, or any other, science fiction or general knowledge. So it comprised of everything. So every summer vacation I used to get some names from my library. I used to go to the school library and get the names of some books, and I used to tell my newspaper wala to bring those books for me during the summer vacation, and I used to read that. And during my school days also, I used to go to the library and issue books for me. So I was a fan of reading. I wanted to read more. So that was my source of knowledge. I used to bring books which were novels, story books, comics, fiction, non-fiction. It comprised of everything. It was related to science, it was related to general knowledge and lots more. So I used to read a lot. I used to utilize these facilities like library. I used to read newspapers also. I used to watch news as well. I used to read books as well. So I utilized my time in this way, and I was very into it. I loved that, and probably that was my source of gaining more and more knowledge. And of course, we used to play a lot. The rest of the time we used to play. Of course, I was not a very studious person. Like every time I was into studies, I used to do more of reading books and playing and watching TV as well. But yes, reading books was something which I preferred doing, and I enjoyed doing that. So I used to issue books of different genres and I used to read them. And during my summer vacation also, I used to read books. So that was one thing which kept me probably entertained and interested, and in return I gained a lot of knowledge also from those books. Okay, so that was the age when there was no internet. And for the, to stay ahead of competition, how we used to practice and all those, there were lots of workbooks or practice books available, right? For science, English, Hindi, and other subjects as well. So we used to go to the bookstall and we used to get those, I don't know what it was called, answer key, or it was called practice books. I don't remember exactly the name, but I used to get those books. So there were lots of multiple questions were there, and we used to solve those questions apart from what we used to study in school. So that was one thing I used to do when I was in 8th, 9th or 10th at that time. So that also helped me to gain more and more knowledge on the subjects apart from what I have studied, right? So that helped me a lot. Now coming back to the internet age, the age we are in, guys, we are blessed. We don't have to go anywhere. We don't have to spend a penny, right, to buy books or buy answer keys or practice books. We don't need to do that. Everything is on internet. We just have to take out time and do some research on it. What we need to do next. It's just that. So everything is in our hands. It is on the tip of our finger. We can do anything and everything. We want to get enrolled in a course, we want to join any online course, we want to do any certification, we want to get a job, we want to pick a career, we want to crack an entrance exam. Everything we can do sitting at home in one place. We have mobile connection, we have internet connections on our mobiles. It's not necessary we take our laptop or our desktop. So we can just use our mobiles also for the same. So everything is in our hands. We can do everything. It's just that we need to put in efforts. We should have that quest to learn, to do something, to excel. That is all. We should have that intent, that attitude. Otherwise, everything is there in front of us. We don't have to struggle. We don't have to spend a penny. We don't have to go anywhere else to get material or resources. Everything is there in front of us. Now, we have to utilize it to our advantage and not our disadvantage. We need to know how to utilize those resources to our advantage, right? Because there are lots of things available on the internet. If you're going in the wrong direction, you probably might not come back. You might not gain anything out of it. But if you're going in the right direction, nobody can stop you. For example, if you're trying to learn to speak English fluently and confidently, there are lots of creators, there are lots of people, there are lots of influencers who speak on it. And if you start following every single person, it is not gonna help you. You will get confused because everybody has a different idea, everybody has a different way of describing things, everybody has a different way of putting things forward, and every individual's understanding is different. It's not necessary if I'm saying A and you will understand A. It might happen that if I say A, you understand B. You might understand that, right? So it might happen. So that is why you have to be very wise in picking up what to choose. You have to be very accurate in choosing what to watch or what to listen to or what to practice. That is very important. If you're able to understand somebody very well, if you're able to relate to that person very well, if you think that the person's techniques, tips, or whatever he or she says is working for you, well and good. Start following that person. So you have to be very sure about what you're doing. That is very important. Then only it will be easier for you to learn the language. Then only things will be much easier for you. But if you're following somebody whom you don't understand and you are not able to relate to, and that person is just speaking in an accent and has fancy words, vocabularies and terms, and you're just getting impressed by the way the person is speaking and the heavy words the person is using, it's of no use because it's not helping you guys. You have to open your eyes, you have to open your mind before following somebody. So that is why whatever you want to learn from the internet, you have to be very sure that you are in the right direction. You're following the right person, you are getting the right material or utilizing the right resources from the internet. That is the key. If you are going in the right direction, if you are doing things in the right direction, if your resources are genuine, if your resources are good, definitely you are going to achieve whatever you wish to. That is what the power of internet is. If you want to crack any exams, if you want to get a job, if you want to crack any interview, if you want to do any certification, if you want to enroll in a course, everything will be much easier for you. But if you start following the wrong person or the wrong resources, you might land up in a trouble. A lot of things are fake on internet, right? We need to be aware of such things. We need to know the genuinity of what we are doing or with what we are going to do. If you're enrolling in a course, if you're enrolling in a certification, if that certification is genuine, if that course is genuine, if it has a market value. So we have to do a lot of research before paying the money and getting enrolled in that course. So we have to be very cautious about it. That is the only thing we have to take care of. Otherwise, internet is amazing. It can help you a lot in achieving all your dreams, in having a successful career, in having a successful life, in speaking fluent English, etc., etc. We can pursue our hobbies, we can pursue our dream careers, we can pursue our dream jobs, we may know how to utilize our free time. There are lots of things, positive things on internet which we can take care of, which we can get help from internet. How to stay positive, how to stay motivated. We can listen to a lot of stuffs which will help us to be positive about things, to stay positive, to stay healthy, right? There are lots of things on internet which can help us in many ways. So it's all upon us how we are utilizing the internet. If we are using it to solve our queries or questions, or we are just using it for the sake of using or for the sake of entertainment. It depends on you how you are using, your mindset, your attitude, right? So always have this attitude of utilizing the internet for your advantage. Whatever you lack, whatever you want to build on, whatever you want to strengthen, whatever you want to grow in, just try and utilize the internet in these areas and you will see the difference. And it can be life-changing for you. Your life will change drastically. Trust me on this, guys. And I'm sure many of you have examples, right? It has changed my life. It probably might have changed yours as well. Speak on it, guys. Take this topic, speak on it about how internet has changed your life. Share your thoughts on it. And you can let me know also in the comment section how it has changed your life. I will be glad to know that. So guys, that's it for today. I'll be back in my next session. Until then, keep watching, keep learning, keep speaking, and keep exploring. See you. Bye-bye.